I should preface this by saying Entertainment Weekly came out today, said Taylor Swift is not going to be in this movie. We're going to get into that. Like, is this new Rockstars' next Mephisto, right?
Oh my Jesus, no.
There's a lot of evidence that this could be Taylor Swift. IMAX poster came out today. Welcome back to the break room. Deadpool and Wolverine has a new spot out, and with a couple of new characters, we're going to talk about the newly revealed cameos, some cool confirmations, and a whole host of other exciting news. Woo! This week kicks off one of the dopest, nerdiest few months of the year, and you're in the right place. This is the break room, and it's the Monday headline show. Let's hit that graphic. I'm John Costa, and joining me today is Jay Washington.
Hi, how are you, everybody? I appreciate everyone in the chat. Please pray for Evan's safe return. We think he's tied up somewhere. We don't know.
Oh, no.
That's your soothing therapist voice?
Oh,
Ask
no.
Jay all your therapy-related questions.
Unfortunately, Evan has been kidnapped, and it seems like it is an unrecoverable situation.
Immediately. We know that he said Wednesday, but at this rate, we need him today.
And the kidnapper, it's Gina Ippolito.
Cutting off one of Evan's fingers every day and mailing them to different people.
How many fingers?
Really, it's only 4.
I'm gonna come back like this. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Good to see you. Welcome back to the breaker.
He's got a hook for a hand, but it's actually just a finger. It's just the one left. All right. Plus, we've got a 60-second review of the incredible second season of House of the Dragon. I wrote that, too, and it's way better than the that I was talking about earlier.
Oh.
I don't know why I said that. It was a really clean intro, and then I kind of muddled it.
I don't think you did bad. You got to give yourself more credit.
Yeah.
That's so kind.
Self-esteem. Therapist Jay is telling you self-esteem.
John, I feel as if when you come on the channel, you allow the negative comments sometimes that may permeate through Twitch Live and YouTube later to affect who you are as an incredible producer, talent,
Let me tell you, Jay.
writer.
Let me tell you.
We appreciate you.
I've never read a comment in my life. This is all self-doubt. Let's get into it. This is the headlines. Deadpool and Wolverine is officially rated R. Not a surprise, but it's official.
Bad words.
Bad words.
Parents, don't start complaining. Why is Wolverine saying a lot of...
Some butt slapping like that.
Why is Deadpool fingering Wolverine? It's not
at least it's not the other way, because then you would...
Bing!
Well, speaking of which... We got a new TV spot this weekend, and there might have been some swing in some, I should say, snicked in some less than favorable areas. Steak knife, mushroom. Let's roll the trailer.
I've always wanted to ride with you, Logan.
Some new shots.
Deadpool and a Wolverine. Can you imagine the fun? The chaos?
Yeah.
You mind putting your mask back on?
Super hard to eat while I'm wearing it.
It's super hard to eat when you're not.
They just need to go back to back.
Yeah.
Or do that thing that couples sometimes do and sit next to each other.
Yeah,
So his
while
family,
sharing some oatmeal.
Dog pool.
The world needs you.
So sloppy.
All right, finally aged.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
So, send it over.
Us? A team? The answer is yes. Shake on it. Ah, you nicked it. Just got the tip with your little steak knife.
Do you have to sharpen those ever, do you know?
It's weird because it's like they're always just naturally sharp.
Is that
Well,
that's,
did you see? You see his gloves? They have like these little slots.
Yeah.
Where the claws come out
you think
of.
he's got
I
a
wonder if
little
they have,
sharpener
yeah,
on?
like you know.
I would love that. Would be such a good costume.
They would have to be made out of adamantium, probably. I don't know if.
But where would you get some more adamantium?
You probably don't need to sharpen adamantium because, like, what do you?
You're right. You're right.
know?
What's gonna dull adamantium?
And think about it. His skeleton anyway, it retracts. It's all metal on metal anyway, so it's constantly going in and out. It's in the bone.
That like physically doesn't really make. It's not important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
important.
not. Why not? It's Wolverine's claw.
Wow.
I
we
just want
can-
to know, is he going to the farmer's market every Sunday with his knives wrapped in a little towel, and he drops them off to the guy that sharpens them while he goes and gets his berries?
How do you drop them off? They don't come out.
So specific to the Hollywood Farmers Market.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's go through some of these new shots real fast. Let's get that first one up. Okay.
What is that?
All right. Should have given a spoiler warning. Spoiler-ish. Returning a character, this person, this actor, said they weren't coming back. This is Juggernaut.
All this Vinnie Jones is
Vinnie Jones, kind
Okay.
of tucked back there in the background.
Has he stayed in Juggernaut shape all this time, or did he get?
Hell no, he's CGI.
They put all that scaffolding in front of his, that's what I would need if I was ever to appear in a superhero movie. I'm just like, from here down, just cover me with gunk.
Yeah, you're like a lady in like 80s sitcoms that's pregnant.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like,
I need a
big
pillow
boob.
everywhere I
Dropping
go.
off this big plant to you.
Hey, everybody leaning back like this the whole time.
Okay, so that's new revelation number 1 from this trailer. Brief, but interesting. Let's go on. Let's move
Wait,
on
is he
to.
gonna say I'm the Juggernaut bitch?
Of
That's
course
all
he
anyone
is.
cares about.
Of course, that's the
I think
only.
he's
I
think
I'm
he's
pretty sure I saw his mouth was sewn shut.
I think he's gonna get out. I'm the Juggernaut, and then
stop him.
Deadpool is gonna like slit his throat or something.
I want him to
That's
say,
fine.
"I'm the Juggernaut, baby."
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm the Juggernaut.
It's like it's 2024, y'all. I gotta update me language.
Okay. All right. Wait. People in the chat might have understood that reference. The few people on my sides did not.
Okay.
Let's roll the next image. Okay. Interesting wreckage here. A lot of people were saying that this reminded them sort of the Q ship from Avengers Infinity War that Thanos.
Ooh, I can see that.
kind
I
of,
can see
It's
that.
the thing that came down to Earth.
right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Hard to tell exactly what that thing is, but looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, like or some sort of like portal entry.
So now that this has been shown, I can fully disclose this. I saw the sizzle reel for this a while ago.
That's right.
So there's a lot where it's like the car, when you see that, like it looks like a amalgam of different worlds put together. So you don't know. You're like, is this that? Is this? Like, is this a part of something else?
It's like a college boy's apartment where he's like, my mom gave me these towels, but I got this poster at the dollar store.
But I'm
Use
gonna
these
have that
socks.
blue plaid comforter that's paper thin
just-
that every boy in their 20s has.
Yeah,
And it
exactly.
doesn't
Just
warm from nothing.
A hodgepodge of different crap.
Okay.
That's my memoir. Brian, can we get the image of them in the cage? The image of them in the cage, because you were sort of talking about things that are in this liminal space. Some people are saying it's the Void from Loki. Other people are theorizing that it might just be 2 universes that have have had an incursion.
That usually looks inky though.
I think
It has looked inky before.
I mean, we do get Elias, right? And we get this. I want, okay, this one is.
I just wanted to pull all of the kind of new shots. So this is just another one. We see a lot of energy weapons in this shot. I
Yeah.
did not take the time to identify them. We do have a great video up on the new Rockstars channel right now breaking this whole spot down. I have not had a chance to watch it today. Busy day. So I'm not totally sure if Eric was able to identify all those guns, but I assume he did because he is Eric.
Yeah.
I think a lot of those two are like, different. Again, we might be talking about different versions of the TVA. We kept talking about that before. Like the TVA we know, and a different TVA as you see in the Loki season 2. How all of a sudden it's like Mobius is dude just like, oh, who are you? And then Loki comes back trying to fix everything. So maybe these are different type of TVA officers and other officers from different type of agencies that deal with time and universes and incursions. Because we're told to think that the TVA is the only one. And basically, it can't be. That just can't be the case. You have to have, you got to have like, oh, maybe these are people who deal with multiple level, like there's a level of things that the TVA can't deal with. And so maybe these are the type of officers about that. And this is me just speculating, throwing shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Mr. Sizzle Reel. I'm so sorry. I hate Me Too if it's any consolation, Jay.
It is.
Well, I like that point, and something that people have pointed out, and I think is, I mean, it's 100% true. We have not seen any TVA agents in Deadpool and Wolverine promotional footage that have already appeared in Loki, right? No characters from that show.
Okay.
So is this a different TVA,
Right.
or is this a
Yeah.
higher level of the TVA? We're not really sure.
Yeah.
An apocalyptic version of the TVA, like everything.
Right, could just be a different branch, as we didn't see OB, in season 1 of Loki. There's just multiple TVA agents possible. Okay, we've got a couple more images to show. I think these final 2 are probably the most interesting.
Definitely the most talked about.
Definitely the most talked about. Okay, I lied. There's more than there's more than final two. This one I just thought was interesting. Deadpool diving through the TVA trying to grab a temp pad, and then the image that follows right afterward is a TVA agent, like glee as hell. So it almost feels to me like there's factions within the TVA that are like
some that like him.
Yeah, some are like, hey, Deadpool, catch, grab this temp pad and go, you know.
Well, you got to remember, you see him being in the TVA. That's how he gets his new suit.
Yeah.
You know, he gets his new suit from the TVA. Right. So, because the scene where you see, what's her name? Yukio, her girlfriend, Negasonic, and everybody. He's back on his Earth celebrating his birthday with a stapled on toupee.
Right.
Yes.
So they grab him from there, bring him to the TVA. He doesn't have his suit at that point.
Right.
He has on regular clothes. So probably something like he's trying to escape and somebody tosses it.
You'd think that like maybe the TVA doesn't have like a superhero department where they have an Edna Mode or whatever. It does seem like they have that Santa Claus guy. You'd think that they would like build in certain pieces of technology into your costume rather than needing to like fumble around in your latex suit for your fucking tip.
Bro, they have TV screens that are still from 1948 in the TVA.
That's a good point.
Okay?
That's a good point. You're right. Okay. There's a couple more images. Let's roll on to the next one. Okay.
This
is
big. This is the big one.
This is big. We want to talk about this. Okay, clearly a more feminine figure. People are assuming Lady Deadpool. We saw some gloves. We saw some gloves in a previous trailer that didn't look like the same gloves Deadpool had. So we were sort of assuming it was either a variant, but also it could be this Lady Deadpool. Okay, so here are the two people I want to put in front of you guys
I know
as possibilities.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I should preface this by saying Entertainment Weekly came out today, said Taylor Swift is not going to be in this movie. We're going to get into that because there's a lot to talk about there. But I want to talk to you guys about these two possibilities. One, Blake Lively. Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Yeah.
Two, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
My future wife. Go yourself, Travis Kelce. We could do a throuple. It's fine.
3, Morena Baccarin.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Vanessa. Vanessa.
That makes sense. Thank you for the character name.
Here's why I don't think it's going to be Taylor Swift. I think having Taylor Swift be anyone other than Dazzler at this point it will cause people to riot in the streets. We've been promised Dazzler for so long. We got her a little bit in like Dark Phoenix, but it was a crappy version. I think that if they're going to blow their load with Taylor Swift or on Taylor Swift.
Can you imagine Deadpool saying that exact line? We were gonna blow our load with or
then
on.
I think they would make her Dazzler.
Yeah.
I think they would make her Dazzler.
It is important to note that in Taylor Swift's most recent album release, the final line from the final track was dazzling.
Boy, that is the most new Rockstars thing we've ever done here.
But here's the thing. Okay, so we're framing this discussion a little bit under the guise of is this new Rockstars' next Mephisto, right?
Oh my Jesus, no.
WandaVision aired. There was really genuine evidence that there was a Mephisto cameo or something coming, right? Hold on, I need to talk about it. There was real evidence. Yes, we read into it. Yes, that's fine. That's what we do. It's an important part of our jobs. It's what fans do. We have fun. Don't try to deny it, Gina. You were texting us before we had ever met. Before we had ever met, you were texting my phone saying, pretty sure it's Mephisto. Here's the thing. There's a lot of evidence that this could be Taylor Swift. IMAX poster came out today.
Listen, what you guys don't know is that if you want
There.
to watch new Rockstars, they tattoo
bracelet.
That's right.
They tattoo a picture of Mephisto on your ass when you sign your contract.
And we'll all show ours at the end of the show. But they put the friendship
bracelet. They put the friendship bracelet
into the poster.
I just think if you're going to have Taylor Swift in a one and done, never seen again role,
it's Dazzler.
I think it's going to be Dazzler.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with it being Dazzler. But Entertainment Weekly today came out and said,
John, stop.
She's not going to be in the movie.
Hey, John, I love
Here's
you.
the problem. Let me finish.
They're in the pocket of Big Deadpool.
Thank you.
Let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Let me finish. they might be in the pocket of Big Deadpool because they listed not a single source. They didn't say sources close to the production. They did not say Entertainment Weekly sources. They said they listed no source.
They said
So that to me feels
nuts.
And you know what? They said source these nuts, which I thought was kind of rude. I did source these nuts, and here's what I found.
I'm sorry, what now?
I sourced these nuts. No, director of Deadpool and Wolverine. This is a T-shirt.
I sourced
Director of Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, in an interview with said outlet, Entertainment Weekly, in April, said something to the effect of, I'm paraphrasing here, I should have shut those rumors down the second that they started.
That is not confirmation. If anyone has
No, I'm not saying it's confirmation. What I am saying is director has previous relationship with outlet.
Okay.
Previously told outlet, rumors bad. This outlet is now saying rumors not true. So I think it's very possible that someone from the production reached out to Entertainment Weekly and was like, "Hey, can you just put the kill on us?"
They were like, we'll buy a 1-year subscription to Entertainment Weekly if you kill this story.
And that will prop them up for 2 years. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Hi, I'm raising my hands. I want to be polite with this one.
Thank you. That's really nice.
You're welcome. All that, but what I mean, because why do you? I've always said this on every episode we do when it comes to shows, movies, whatever that may have potential spoilers. Why do we expect them to reveal it to us? Why do we expect these directors in these junkets or different interviews to openly tell us something that big? Look, Taylor Swift would be a massive surprise. Why not sit there and say, man, I should have killed this rumor a long time ago just for to have her pop up in it?
Yes, I want them to mislead us.
I want them to mislead us. Just let it be.
Actor that's playing
Listen,
Juggernaut.
if anyone is watching this, I don't want to tell you all that the men to my right are both pantsless. I want them to stand up at some point and reveal it. If I start off this show by saying they're pantsless, then people are like, well, Gina spoiled the big surprise for us.
The little surprise in some of our cases.
That's not big.
So anyway,
let me tell you how God works.
People in the chat also saying that they think it could be Elektra. Maybe Elektra in like a Deadpool-y costume, and then later.
No, it's in her comic book costume.
I would love that.
I don't know. Those.
She's in it. Yeah, she is. It's
I would
probably
love
Jennifer Garner.
that.
Because she
Jennifer
is in the movie.
Garner. I would
She's
love
in the
it.
movie.
We do know she's going to be in the movie. We've seen her elbow.
Yeah. That's a great guess. I like
Her
it.
elbow.
But that's the thing, though. It's like certain, there's certain things just in general, just to bring it back seriously, that we all are speculating with it. And I know, I gotta go. I have to work. That's why I had to say it to you, John, because I won't.
Jay's trying to be professional while he's pantsless.
It's hard to do.
Ass on this chair and
Can
everything.
we cut to the wide real fast?
Hey! This is an aggressive move. I don't know. But no, it's like we all want these different things to come because we know what this film is. We know because of it's being the Deadpool we know from the Fox universe, Wolverine from a whole other universe coming in with that Wolverine that should be from the Fox universe and everything. You're like, oh, what else can they bring to this? And who else? What characters have we seen that we like? More than likely, just as much as we're getting Taylor Swift as Dazzler, we're for sure getting Channing Tatum as Gambit, just to see what it looked like. So it's like, but it's only gonna be a moment. It's not going to be something long, and that's what you just need. Just a brief moment, boom, and it's done. Think about this. Remember when Multiverse of Madness, John Krasinski was the internet's choice to be Reed Richards. And Kevin Feige them said, can we give it to him so they can shut the fuck up now? And gave it to us, and then he was gone.
Is that a self-censor?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty good.
Yep, you got to learn how to do it. So you get it. You give the internet what they want real quick. Now let's move on. It's done. And so that's probably why she's in it. If Taylor Swift is in, she's Dazzler for a second. It's some little cute little scene where maybe Deadpool and Wolverine are going through a portal, and then Deadpool sees and goes, "Hey!" and that's it.
I think it'll be probably the Madripoor looking place that Deadpool walks through and sees the Wolverine variant. Right?
Okay.
Like if that's a casino in Madripoor, it makes sense to have some
Yeah.
entertainment
The
at that
headliner.
casino. Right. Great. So final guess of who that legged. Oh, I should also point out, walking through a sling ring portal, those legs were.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that is, how Cassandra Nova gets a sling ring and makes that portal for Deadpool and Wolverine, or if they're all meeting in the same place and they all go through sling ring portals and get to some kind of like Endgame-esque battle or something like that. Hard to know, but I want to hear from you guys. Final guess as to who those legs belong to.
Now that they've said it in the chat, I want it to be Jennifer Garner Elektra.
What if it's Ryan Reynolds himself?
Damn it, that was my answer.
What if it's Ryan Reynolds?
That was my answer.
What if it's Ryan Reynolds?
I mean,
I
we
want it to be
already saw
Ryan.
him as a lady stripper in one of the other movies.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. He was a stripper in, like, what was it, 2? The beginning of 2?
Yeah, in the beginning of 2 when he's killing all the different, like, people.
That's the picture I have above my bed. That's right.
Night stripper pool.
I love all those options. I'm sure we will all be wrong. But you know what's not wrong? Smelling right. And we want to thank Mando for helping us do that. Jeez. I keep this with me wherever I go because sometimes you don't know how you're going to smell. I'm just going to rub this
Now
on
you're
my
going to have a
nose.
cocaine nose.
Oh, yeah.
Now I got a little sniffer. Hey, we want to shout out to today's sponsor, Mando, and their full body deodorant. Lumi's been popular for a while now, which is why they made Mando, Lumi for Men. It's the same clinically proven doctor-developed formula, but in cologne quality scents for men like Bourbon Leather, Pro Sport, and this one, Mount Fuji. This one, I think, is my favorite of the group. You've heard Zach speaking the praises of Mando, and when you're walking through the wasteland like Deadpool and Wolverine in the void, you're going to want to smell 1,000% better as if you had some Mando by your side. Mando's made with mandelic acid, an alpha hydroxy acid that blocks the sweat-eating bacteria on your skin from causing odor so you don't even smell in the first place. And you can put this anywhere. I just put it on my nose, and now I smell freaking great. And by I smell great, I mean I smell great. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Mando starter pack with code BREAKROOM at shopmando.com. That equates to over 40% of your starter pack when you visit shopmando.com and use code BREAKROOM. Another one of our sponsors that we want to thank is Cuts Clothing, who make comfy clothes that look great. Cuts Clothing doesn't do the whole splashy logo thing, just a simple X on the seam to let you know your shirt's up to snuff and nothing more. That means you can wear Cuts Clothing no matter what you're doing. Working, playing, working out, going out, Cuts has you covered. And if you're the type who likes all of your clothes to be comfy, Cuts Clothing has a ton of options for you, from hoodies to pants to joggers to jackets. All of Cuts Clothing's products are made with the same attention to comfort and fit, and their minimalist style makes them a perfect addition to your wardrobe. If you go to cutsclothing.com now and use code Rockstars at checkout, you can save 25% off your purchase today. Hey, it's the Maude Minute. Maude? Hello? Maude was in the chat. She's not here? I'm stealing Maude's timer. We're going to do a spoiler-free review of House of the Dragon. Here we go. Let's load it up. Oh my gosh, the timer is really stressful. House of the Dragon Season 2. I've seen the first 3 episodes. They're very good. I highly recommend watching. This is stressful. I highly recommend watching a couple of recaps. Hey, new Rockstars is going to put one out in a couple of days, maybe today, I don't know. To refamiliarize yourself with any of those characters. I don't know if you guys have already seen any of these episodes. They're super strong. They're very, House of the Dragon is back. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it.
Aegon.
Too many characters named Aegon. Too many characters named Eric. Too many characters named Grover. Stop naming characters after Sesame Street characters. It's freaking weird. The violence is intense. The intrigue between characters is as good as ever. I still don't buy Matt Smith as an actor. Dragon's cool.
Whoa.
What else?
Boobies and peepees.
Peepees and boobies.
First of all, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I got 3 seconds. It's good. Watch it.
You did it. You did it.
You did it. You did it.
Thank you. I didn't want to spoil anything. It's very good. It's my favorite show out of the Acolyte Boys, House of the Dragon.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten to watch episodes of all those shows.
Oh, those
Really?
are fighting words.
I
Fighting
love
words.
all of them, but I like House of the
Wow.
Dragon the most.
Fighting words.
And maybe that's just me. We got some more headlines to discuss. I'm going to shut the up a little bit
Let the
more
images do the
and
talking.
let you guys give your opinions on things. We got our first look at Benoit Blanc from the upcoming Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out mystery.
I gotta see.
Let's
his
throw that up.
Ooh, he's so stylish.
He's a stylish guy. He's growing out his hair.
So stylish. Yeah, he looks
Look
a
at
little
this.
George Washington-y here.
Now, my question for you guys is this.
Presidential.
Very warehouse, very film set. Is that an actual set, Or is that just the set that they're filming in and someone grabbed a camera and shit?
No, I think it's a film set in the movie probably.
Okay, so maybe we're potentially going to
film a film within it.
Someone died
guys on the film set.
Ooh, a murder mystery while they're filming a murder mystery. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Maybe like an autobiograph, like a thing, like kind of like remember how Scream did it when they were making the movie Stab?
I mean, before Scream did it,
that's right.
Murder She Wrote did it a lot because she wrote mysteries, and then every once in a while she would show up and someone would be like, "Oh, I love your mystery books," and then a death would happen, just like Jessica Fletcher wrote it. Timely references.
All right, and if you haven't been keeping up with the casting news, we haven't been like reporting it that much because they are always coming.
Every 6
here's
seconds,
who's currently confirmed.
Every white person in Hollywood.
Every white person in Hollywood except for me and Gina. What the tick tick?
I could be in this. Hell, I could be Lady Deadpool's legs. Y'all don't know.
It seems like Hollywood's going back to all white all the time, don't it? But
that's right, Jay. I tried to cast someone else in your place today, and
yeah, we know.
Didn't work out.
Equal opportunity today. Let's go, damn it.
I would never. Here's the cast is currently confirmed while I walk back my racist statement.
Jay is Lady Deadpool's legs.
Jay is also Lady Deadpool's legs. You know what we should do on the break room one week? Let's all put on an insane pair of red heels and try to be Lady Deadpool's legs.
Oh, and then people can guess whose legs they are.
That's right. Hey, who said I didn't have any good ideas?
Thick ass gyro meat legs. Ain't nobody gonna go fool.
Gyro meat.
That's not.
Here's the cast. Daniel Craig. Josh Brolin, you know him from Thanos. Mila Kunis, you know her for defending a pedophile. Thomas Hayden Church. Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Thomas Hayden Church, you know him as Sandman. Kerry Washington, she plays the president? I don't know. I didn't watch that
she
show.
she was the president's mistress.
His fixer.
And mistress.
Okay, it's fucked up.
No, Olivia Pope was a fixer, but she also was his...
She was mainly a fixer.
She mainly
Glenn
was
Close, who you know is playing Tina Fey in that one ad. Jeremy Renner, he has his legs again. Andrew Scott played Moriarty in Sherlock on BBC. Daniel McCormick, don't have a funny reference. Josh O'Connor, don't have a funny one, was in Challengers. Kaylee Spaney was in Civil War and Priscilla. That's the confirmed
I'm
Josh O'Connor was like the other hot guy in Challengers.
The one of the two dudes that was trying to both back. Okay,
that's
gotcha.
right.
Didn't see it.
And I haven't seen Civil War, Priscilla.
Me neither.
We also got a teaser, another teaser. We had got one a couple months ago for Star Wars Outlaws. We got some gameplay footage for that as well. That gameplay was like 10 minutes long. If you want to watch it, I highly recommend going out and finding it. We're not going to play it here very long, but we got this short teaser. Let's take a look. It looks really cool.
A friend needs a little something stolen.
Someone was saying like
that's just
it's like
mode,
Han
right?
Solo, as if in the like Jedi Survivor type of maybe gameplay or something like that. It looks really
looks
good.
amazing.
Star Wars video games are some of my favorite.
Yeah, I mean when they nail it, it's so fun.
Knights of the Old Republic. I'll replay that until I die.
That game is probably the game I have the most hours in still to this day.
I just want to get to the point where video game companies are like, yo, Jay, you need a game. Here, play this. I don't have nothing. We can make that happen. I don't have a game. I don't have nothing at home. I just sit and talk to myself and draw.
Okay, so
this looks amazing.
It's really kind of sad.
I know, it's very sad.
Serial killer shit.
Yeah, but at least I don't have a Deadpool on a stripper pole above my bed. So, I'm okay.
You're lost. You're lost. So Star Wars gaming has kind of had a revival over the last couple of years with Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order. Unfortunately, various game studios have been working on a Knights of the Old Republic remake, but it seems like it kind of keeps getting delayed.
It's because the original is so perfect that how can they top perfection?
I mean, that might not be far from the truth. But I'm very excited to be getting different Star Wars games in this kind of, RPG-esque style and not just Jedi, period. I wouldn't hate a Sith game. But this cool outlaw game looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. Hey, guys.
What?
She's reading the prompter. Evangeline Lilly, everyone's favorite wasp, has decided to step back from acting. Thank you. Has decided to step back from acting. The lost head in me is sad.
I know. It's still her greatest work.
Yeah.
The sane person in me says, I don't agree with you on a lot of things. That's fine.
You went
Thoughts?
cuckoo pants and then retired. So, I mean, at least she didn't do it when she was 70, I guess. At least she was like, hey, I'm crazy now. I'm not going to wait until I'm...
But also saying you can step back because you knew wasn't no roles coming your way. You knew now you were trying, because when she was Evangeline Lilly from Lost and then still being the Wasp, which if you're in a Marvel Studios project, everybody wants you. You're you were a titular character in a movie. You were the first female in the MCU to be a lead character in the title of a film for Ant-Man and the Wasp. She was before Black Widow. But you started talking, started running your mouth, and you kind of fumbled your bag. And
do you think that that's what it has to do? You know, she has a family. I know, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt stepped away from acting for a few years to be closer with his family. Harold Ramis famously, right? Is that the right person?
No, you're thinking of
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
I don't know how you confused the two.
No, I mean, Harold Ramis did, you know, like, he died, so he did step back from acting.
Jesus Christ!
All right, Jay, you're next to say something truly fucked up.
Yeah, I think she'll be back. I think she'll be back in a couple of years. I also think, like, you know, like Rick Moranis famously, like, never said anything. Like, he was, his wife died. He wanted to take care of his kids. He wanted to be there for his kids without being, like, on set and having them being raised by a nanny. But, like, people didn't know that until, like, a year ago.
Until he came back and did
like, hey,
something.
what happened to Rick Moranis? And someone was like, well, he did this thing. He didn't even say it then.
Nope.
So, like, this feels a little bit like your friends who are like, attention, Facebook friends.
I'm deactivating my page.
And then, like, 2 days later, they're back on, and then they're like, I missed my recipe.
I don't know anyone who's
whatever.
ever done that.
Or, like, Twitter. Your friends who are like, yeah, I'm not really active on Twitter anymore, and then you go and they, like, have liked, like, 1 billion tweets in the last 2 It feels like, why announce it, Evangeline? Just go. Just go, and then, like, in a couple years, you can come back, and everyone will be like, oh, good, she's Brendan Frasering this. She's having a Brendan Fraser renaissance.
I do think she's back for these Avengers movies, right?
Yeah,
Marvel gives her a paycheck to come in to do some green screen work for a couple of days, right? You think?
Yeah, I think she'll be back. I think
Because
people get burnt out, and
Right.
then they're like, woof, I can't. Listen, new Rockstars is exhausting. John can't read the teleprompter. I need to step back for.
They don't know that. We've edited this to perfect.
I think she's just tired.
Yeah, I mean, the quote is stepping back, which doesn't mean quitting, which
Right.
doesn't mean, you know, that could just mean I'm doing fewer projects.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, we've been doing a ton.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because we know why she went on this whole anti-vaxxer thing and this whole supportive.
She was in a Hobbit.
She was in a Hobbit, and she was in a Hobbit. I guess the other one. Sir?
Sir. But it's like, we know, look, we're trying, God, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.
Hey, Gina and I are Oceans 2. You can't stop us, man. No one understands. No, that was a joke between me and Gina and no one else.
The chat's gonna love it.
Sorry,
But
Jay.
anyway,
Continue.
let's ignore Jay.
Jay.
Let's move
Continue,
on.
Jay.
No. I've tried. It's just you run your mouth and
I'm
then
so sorry.
your opportunities aren't coming like you thought they were at first.
You talking about me?
No, not you. Jesus Christ.
No, I know. I mean, we've seen that with certain other actors in the Star Wars universe.
Scott Baio.
Yeah.
Man, everybody's missing
That's
a
exactly who I was talking about. Hey, he was at the RNC a few years ago. Deadline's reporting that Marvel's upcoming Wonderman show will be 10 episodes. So Marvel has sort of walked away from their kind of standard 6-episode kind of standard. I said standard twice in that sentence, but that's what it was for a little while. With some exceptions, WandaVision was, I believe, 9 episodes. She-Hulk was longer. There were a couple of exceptions in there, but most of that was because the episodes were shorter and they were sort of totaling 6 hours.
Oh, it's a sad day when 10 episodes is considered longer.
Also,
10 episodes, yeah. From a writing perspective.
Yes!
Yeah.
I need to live. Give me 22 episodes so I can write and get my residuals.
So my question, I guess, is like, do you think that this is going to be still kind of 6 hours
No.
total, or do you think that it'll be closer to 10?
well, this is part of that new turnover when they're like, hey, we're going to make actual TV shows. Excuse me, I bit my tongue. We're going to make actual TV shows and not long movies. Because WandaVision was just a long movie. What else was that came right out? Falcon and Winter Soldier was technically like just a long movie that had to be reshot in so many different parts. Now they're actually trying to be like, hey, these are episodes of a TV show. Echo was somewhat like that. if you think about it, every episode was its own self-contained episode that just moved the story forward.
I think you're talking out your ass, to be honest.
Whoa! Movie fights are back!
Yes!
I think that each of those WandaVision very clearly was a TV show. Each episode was parodying a different TV show.
Oh, yeah, well, yes, you're right. You know what? I retract my statement. Can we edit that out? But
no, leave it in.
But you get what I'm saying.
I wanted to see Jay's ass talking.
I don't have no pants on, so I can't. But no, Marvel was making long movies. They were making giant movies for the most part. Yes, WandaVision was different.
I agree. Hawkeye,
Yeah, it was just a long movie. And then they said they were going to go back. WandaVision was the exception. First of all, WandaVision wasn't even supposed to be the first one to come out. We just got lucky with that one, and it set the bar. But then now we get long movies. Now they said, oh, we're going to do actual episodes of TV. That's all I'm saying, Gina.
I hope that's the case. This is another street-level Marvel Spotlight show.
Oh, this is Marvel Spotlight?
Banner, yep. So, I don't know...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Exactly what that means. We've seen some set footage, some set photos from this show, specifically in front of the Chinese theater here in LA. Obviously, Wonderman is an actor and a superhero. So I'm actually very much looking forward to this. I really love Yahya Abdul-Mateen. The second, yeah.
And also, we haven't really seen, he was in Watchmen. But what was the most recent thing he was in?
Aquaman in Lost Kingdom.
He was.
Haven't watched it yet.
You're...
But he was in Candyman, which I enjoyed him in Candyman.
Was Candyman before Watchmen? That was a while ago.
They were like the same. They were around the same.
I'm just saying, more Yaya. Put him in more things. Ideally not another Aquaman movie.
I just wonder how are they going to do this version of Wonderman, because if you know the Marvel, even though Marvel Spotlight is kind of being like, hey, because we don't have to fully hold to the canon of things, we can play around with it under the Spotlight banner. Like, how are they going to change this? Because we know, yes, he's an actor, but he's also an android, in a sense. Like, he's got all these abilities and things like that. So how do you play all that out? I think that's what the trailer's going to be, and that's probably a Comic-Con thing we get.
Ooh, that would be soon, but I would be hopeful. Soon. I kind of want it to be like Barry, where he is taking acting classes and then really embarrassing himself and then murdering people on the weekend.
Yeah.
Couple more TV things to talk about. The Last of Us Season 2. Sorry, Gina. Only 7 episodes. They also said that the series could run at least 4 seasons. Those of you who are maybe familiar with the second game, there's a very distinct midpoint in that game. So it seems like this first season will probably cover up until that midpoint with kind of a big reveal. Oh. And then I would imagine the kind of second half of the season would be the second half of the game. Hey, speaking of endings, The Boys creator and an actual person Gina likes, Eric Kripke.
He gave so many writers their start. His original Supernatural ran for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
So many good writers came out of that show.
So many good writers. And we're blessed to have them writing great episodes of television on The Boys this season. Eric Kripke has a vision for how this show will end. Now, Eric Kripke, not the writer or original author of the comics, but created the show, and the comics have a lot of deviation. So, it's possible that the show will end very differently from how the comics ended. Gina's reading those now. Is it super different, or are they kind of close?
The comics are a little bit of a rough read for various reasons. Because the comics writer, brilliant writer, purposely wanted it to be sort of shocking. I agree with all the changes they made for the TV show. I think Kripke's such a great writer, and he does parody so well. Anyone who is a huge Supernatural fan like myself, especially in those later seasons, he was like, I'm gonna parody this thing, and it was brilliant. I think he's killing it. I think I do enjoy the show more than the comics, I'll say.
Yeah, we were saying in the office the other day, parody as a genre feels like it's dead, except The Boys does parody so f***ing well.
Yeah.
And a couple of us have gotten to see a couple of the episodes already.
They're great.
The season is really good.
They are, man.
Really good.
So originally the show was thought to be a 5-season show. Eric Kripke kind of said he had a 5-season plan, but now he's saying it'll reach beyond those initial 5 planned seasons. I highly encourage you guys to watch those first 3 episodes when they come out this Thursday, and then come catch the Breakroom after show following those 3 episodes with Gina and Jay.
Yay!
You're both on that show.
Yes.
And we've got a really kick-ass breakdown of it that's going to come out
Yes,
too.
some brilliant work.
Really love this.
Shout out to Amazon for getting us a bunch of those episodes early so we could really dive in.
Yeah.
It's a super exciting show. Okay, a couple last few headlines. I only included this because I'm personally excited about it. Toy Story 5 has a director, and it's Andrew Stanton.
Why does the name ring a bell?
And here's why that name rings a bell. Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. He also directed, help me out.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Yes.
He did John Carter from Mars. We're not going to hold that against him.
But yes, we are.
We're not going to hold that against him.
I had some people hate that more than it deserves, I think.
What else did Andrew Stanton has one other big, was it Monsters Inc? Something like that. But fantastic directors, been at Pixar since the beginning, worked on the first Toy Story movies as like a writer and creative consultant, but now is in the directing chair. Super excited for this movie. The Toy Story franchise seems to be the kind of only franchise that Pixar has like consistently nailed.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I knew there was a 4th one.
The 4th one kind of came and went, but it was
That was the
really
one with Keanu Reeves. Is the Daredevil character.
Oh.
maybe that.
Yeah, that was the 4th one.
Very well received. Personally, Toy Story 3 is my favorite of the
I
bunch.
do.
Yeah, they're
Definitely
like
the one
3.
that makes me cry the most.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that one is like the that came out when our sort of generation was like, yeah, we've moved out of the house and we're starting our lives, and
Thanks
all
for
of these toys
including
are
us in
going
your
away.
generation, John.
Okay, so that was my generation.
I was 78 years old when Toy Story 3 came out.
And she's still shrinking. James Gunn's Superman has added Beck Bennet as a Daily Planet reporter. We don't know the exact character that Beck Bennet is playing. Beck Bennet, Saturday Night Live. Very, 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 very funny.
Who is playing Jimmy Olsen? Did they announce it already?
Yes, and I can't remember his name.
I didn't. It's because they've been announced so many people for this damn movie.
Hey, you know who's also killing it? Julia Louis-Dreyfus, both in terms of being a fucking funny as shit person and also telling Jerry Seinfeld to shut the fuck up from time to time.
She did it in such a classy way.
She did in a good way. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has finished her portion of shooting the Thunderbolts. We know that there will probably be reshoots, that they bake them into the schedule. It's not like they sit down and watch the movie and they say, oh, we should reshoot this and this. They do that, but it's already on the schedule. So there will be reshoots. Not sure if that means the whole production has wrapped yet or just Julia Louis-Dreyfus' scenes, but here's what she had to say about her experience. I thought some of this stuff was kind of interesting. She said it's very well organized, very methodical. And I don't mean that in a negative way, particularly of this film. They're very much focused on, frankly, the human story, believe it or not. They're trying to sort of go back to their roots, as it were. And so there's a lot of focus on that. They're trying to stay away from as much CGI or whatever as possible so that the stunts are like everywhere. In fact, I had to do a couple.
Oh.
God, I love her. She's a national treasure.
She's a national treasure. If anything bad comes out about her, it'll be a devastating time. Here's my question for you two. Is this kind of like interview jargony speak? We've gotten it a lot before. Oh, Marvel's trying to go back to their roots, or oh, it's something Marvel's never tried before, or whatever. We kind of hear that all the time. Do you think that there's like, extra sincerity here?
Oh, or does she secretly?
Do you think it's like she's PR trained?
I mean, I think it's probably a little bit of both. Like with any actor, I mean, I trust her. I trust her opinion. I bet it is good. I'm excited about it. She's fantastic. She's been fantastic. Every time she pops up in Marvel, I'm like, yee! And they give you just a little taste of her so that you're like, ooh, give me more Julia Louis-Dreyfus. So yeah, I think she's telling the truth. I do think she's she is trained in PR, so she's not going to be like, I wasn't really excited about it, but they keep paying me.
I think she started having fun, fully having fun too. Like you said, it was just little bits. So she probably wanted the full experience, and now in this movie, she gets that full. You're beginning to end a part of this.
Such a fun cast.
Yeah,
too.
it's a fun cast. So
I'll tell you, like from her perspective, her scenes in the MCU have been like the breeziest of breezy. I'm sure it's like
great.
Show up, have a couple interactions with these characters, talk shit to Martin Freeman, and then
2-3
go
days
home,
on set, and that's it.
right?
Yeah.
So
she's
she
great.
yeah.
I think she, like I said, I think the fact that the one big thing she said, not a lot of CGI. Because even Florence Pugh, when she was doing that little walkthrough, and she was like, I can't show you too much. She was even saying they're doing a lot of their own stunts. They're trying to make it where, like, of course, there's a few things like with Ghost, you have to have the CGI through her because she's still probably going to phase through
Are you
things.
saying
Oh,
Ghosts
I thought
aren't
she
real?
was a. I thought that was kind of part of her, the actor. That's kind of how it works.
I let this happen. What the fuck?
I was trying to phase. I don't know. I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp in a very long time. Hey, that's our show. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Monday.
That's your ending?
You could go. I didn't realize you had a little.
I know. I was just
cherry
saying,
that
like,
you had to place on
well,
top.
it was just the fact saying like that minus Ghost. Most people don't have to use that much CGI.
You're right. And when
so,
she was doing that walkthrough, it wasn't like she was showing us the volume. It wasn't like there was a big green screen set. Though I'm sure that those things will happen.
Yeah, you're gonna have a few of those things, yeah. But for the most part, if you got them doing practical stunts, where Sebastian Stan doesn't mind doing a few, David Harbour's like, I'm big as shit. Put a rig on me. I don't care. Everybody will do their part to it. And for the fact she says she did a couple, that speaks volumes a lot.
Plus, once you see someone else doing a stunt, you're like, I kind of want to
Do that.
You know what, guys? It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. It's just gonna be a pratfall.
No, I bet
I did a stunt.
Really.
I want to see her shoot a gun and blow back like a Quentin Tarantino film.
I'm in. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, one of my favorite people that I don't know. Hey, that's our show. Thank you so much for sitting through this. Gina, where can they find you?
You can find me on whatever social media exists by now at Gina Ippi. There's too many to keep track of.
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. There's the Hive, Mastodon.
I'm only on Jeremy Renner's defunct social media network. Jay, where can they find you?
Since everyone's watching this possibly live on Twitch now, go to Instagram. Please follow me. I need the numbers. You don't understand. This industry works on numbers.
Yeah, follow Jay and then just immediately mute him so
Yeah,
you don't
just
have to
mute
see
me.
it, but at
You
least
ain't
he has
gotta-
another follower.
Yo, I won't be mad at that at all. Just follow me. You ain't got to. Look, you can occasionally be like, what is he up to? Mr. J. Washington, go now. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you go now. I need these numbers. I swear to God, I'm not lying to y'all. Gina talking about how bad it is on the writing end. Imagine on the acting and stand-up side. We need numbers for them to pay attention to us.
I've had him muted for months.
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch?
I just unmute every now and then so I can fire off a haha and then mute
Do it
again.
again?
That's what I do. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. We'll see you next time. Bye.